Jesus said, "Come to the water, stand by my side."
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Southern Gospel Sissy. I'm Justin Ryan. Today's song has been recorded by many of Southern Gospel's greatest groups, like the Spear Family, the Gaithers, the Isaacs, and David Phelps. Most people don't know the full story behind the song For Those Tears I Died, or about the original group that sang the song, the Children of the Day. Picture this, a group of talented young musicians from the lovely town of Claremont, California. It was back in 1969 when the Carter sisters, Wendy and Marsha, found themselves at a service in the famous Calvary Chapel of Costa Mesa. Little did they know their lives were about to change in a big way. As the gospel music filled the air, Marsha had a powerful moment of revelation and decided to give her life to Jesus. Wendy, on the other hand, needed a little more convincing. So Marsha wrote a heartfelt song called For Those Tears I Died to share her experience with Wendy's harmonious touch. They first sang the song in church in late June, and boy, did it resonate with people far and wide. Before they knew it, news of their soul-stirring creation spread like wildfire, and they became known as pioneers in the world of contemporary Christian music, or Jesus music. Meanwhile, the Pete Jacobs Quartet, led by the talented Pete himself and accompanied by the skilled Russ Stevens on bass, had already made a name for themselves by winning the jazz category at the Hollywood Bowl Battle of the Bands earlier that year. When Pete saw the incredible transformation happening in Marsha and Wendy, he decided to join them on their spiritual journey. And guess what? He convinced Russ to come along too. Talk about a lucky coincidence. Now, let me paint you a picture of the vibrant music scene at Calvary Chapel. It was a place where creativity knew no bounds. Marsha, Wendy, Pete, and Russ, with their natural vocal talent spanning different ranges, would grace the congregations with their angelic harmonies. Whether they were performing For Those Tears I Died with all its beautiful parts, singing a moving Bach choral piece, or even delivering a majestic rendition of Handel's Messiah, they never failed to captivate their audience. Over time, they named themselves the Children of the Day, inspired by the sacred words of 1 Thessalonians 5:5. Their music flourished, blending Pete's jazzy style with Marsha's heartfelt singer-songwriter folk vibes. In the following year, armed with a music scholarship, they embarked on a new chapter at Azusa Pacific College, or APC. Their days were filled with exciting concerts, becoming an integral part of college life. But it was the summer of 1971 that truly launched them into the spotlight. They went on a grand tour with the APC choir, traveling across the United States, Canada, and even venturing to Europe. Their voices echoed through the halls of the First Jerusalem Conference on Biblical Prophecy, where they had the honor of meeting Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion and mingling with delegates from 32 nations. Can you imagine the magnitude of that moment? Carl Henry, the esteemed editor of Christianity Today, organized this incredible gathering, and the Israeli government provided them with a venue free of charge. It was a convergence of faith, music, and diplomacy that left a lasting impact on their journey. But their European adventure didn't end there, my friends. On their way back, they received a call while in Norway from the renowned evangelist Catherine Kuhlman, who is based out of Los Angeles. She, with her keen ear for talent, invited Children of the Day to appear on her esteemed show.
Where are my precious children of the day? Where are they? Come on. This is your own song. You're expressing it in this way.
Imagine the excitement of being summoned by such a luminary. From that point on, throughout the groovy 70s, Children of the Day went on a whirlwind of tours, released albums, and made a name for themselves in the world of contemporary Christian music. Maranatha Music, a name synonymous with excellence, released their debut LP, Come to the Waters, in late 1970, and their contract was later acquired by the esteemed Light Lexicon Records. In 1972, Children of the Day found themselves headlining the famous Explo 72, a major event for the Jesus People concert movement. They shared the stage with other talented artists like Larry Norman, Love Song, Andre Crouch and the Disciples, and even the legendary Chris Christopherson. It was truly a special experience. Can you imagine the energy and excitement in that place? And in the midst of all those adoring fans, Marsha had the privilege of hearing thousands of voices singing along to her already classic chorus from For Those Tears I Died. It was a moment of pure magic, a testament to the profound impact their music had on countless souls. They had written numerous soul-stirring songs. Their melodies resonated in the voices of esteemed artists like Pat Boone and the Gaither Trio. They had released 6 incredible albums, and their music had been translated into various languages, transcending cultural boundaries. Marsha and Russ divorced after 7 years of marriage, and Marsha took the brave step of coming out as a lesbian. Marsha was immediately ostracized and routinely condemned by the contemporary Christian music subculture. She formed Born Again Lesbian Music, or BALM Ministries, to begin a new ministry, to use her music to proclaim the love of Jesus to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender communities. In 1987, she recorded her first album since leaving Children of the Day. And since then, Marsha has recorded 13 more solo albums and written so many amazing songs. I myself have been privileged to have recorded several of those great songs, like When I Cannot Speak Your Name, What If They Knew, Is This the Real You, Stand Closer, and I've Been There. You know, I first met Marsha in 2000 when I was a young gay kid who'd been kicked out and was struggling. She came to sing at the little MCC church in Paducah, and they asked me to open for her. The next day, someone called from the church and said that Marsha wants you to go be on an album in Nashville she's doing for a week, and the church is paying for you to go. After that, I was a part of her ministry training program, and for the last 22 years have been her singing partner, roadie, son, and student. In spite of the success of her new ministry, Marsha has continued to be totally shunned by the Christian contemporary music community. No Christian music publication has ever interviewed her or reviewed any of her products, positively or negatively. No song by Marsha has ever been played on any Christian radio station, and she has never been invited to perform at any Christian music festivals or events. It's a sad reality that even though Marsha's message of love, acceptance, and inclusion aligns with the teachings of Jesus, that she has been rejected by the very community she once belonged to. One prize-winning article in the magazine Christian Century published an article about Marsha called Marsha's Tears. They included this quote about Marsha, and it is her favorite. She is conservative Christianity's worst nightmare, a God-fearing, Bible-believing, Jesus-loving, lesbian Christian. But Marsha's resilience and determination have not wavered. She continues to use her music as a powerful tool to spread the message of God's love to the LGBTQ+ community and beyond. Through her ministry, BALM Ministries, she has touched the lives of countless individuals who have felt marginalized and rejected by the church. In 2001, at a Gaither homecoming concert, there was quite a controversy after Bill and the Homecoming Friends sang today's gospel song that was first written by Marsha at the age of 16. Being on the road with Marsha for as long as I have been, I've heard the many stories of LGBT folks who grew up singing that song who never knew that the writer and singer of that song was one of them. I know that Marsha thought initially, like I did, that singing was plan A for my life and I'd somehow missed it. However, it was plan A all along. It just didn't look exactly the way that we had pictured it. The hand of God has always been there to guide us. I know this song was written when she was 16 years old, and to some people, that may seem to be her greatest musical achievement. I, however, see her greatest musical achievement as being able to step out into her faith, into who God created her to be, and to show others that God loves us exactly where we are. She paved the way for not only Justin Ryan, but Jennifer Knapp, Ray Boltz, and countless others. I hope today that you know that whatever you are going through, Jesus says, "Come to the water. You will not be denied."
You said you'd come and share all my sorrows. You said you'd be there for all my tomorrows. I came so close to sin just like you promised. You came here to stay. I just had to pray. And Jesus said, come to the water, stand by my side. I know you are thirsty, you won't be denied. I felt every teardrop when in darkness you cried. And I strove to remind you that for those tears I died. Your goodness so great, I can't understand. And dear Lord, I know that all this was planned. I know you're here now and always will be. Your love loosed my chains, and in you I'm free. But Jesus, why me? Y que sustijo las aguas y puedes tomar la sed de tu vida. Yo puedo quitar tus lágrimas cientos y en tinieblas sufrir. Con amor te recuerdo, por tu vida morir. Jesus, I give you my heart and my soul. I know that without God I'd never be whole. Savior, you open all the right doors, and I thank you and praise you from earth's humble shores. Take me, I'm yours. And Jesus said, come to the water, stand by my side. I know you are thirsty, you won't be denied. I felt every teardrop when in darkness you cried. And I strove to remind you that for those tears I died. And Jesus says, come to the water, stand by my side. I know you are thirsty, you won't be denied. I felt every teardrop when in darkness you cried. And I strove to remind you that for those tears I died. And I strove to remind you that for those tears I died.
And Marsha, we have sung that song all over the country. And I love it because you may have seen and grown up with a Jesus that may be pushing you away, who wouldn't let you in. And you were never too good enough. The only Christ I know Is a Christ in that song with his arms out very wide, say, come to the water. That's the only Christ I know. Come as you are. Let me see your lights on that one. Sing the chorus. Then Jesus said, come to the water, stand by my side. I know you are thirsty. You won't be denied. You won't be denied. I felt every teardrop. I felt every teardrop. When in darkness, you cried. And I'm here to remind you that for those tears I cried. Why not? Why not?